Hi, and good morning, and thank you for joining us today for our Facebook Live session here at Horry-Georgetown Technical College. I'm Professor Allison Berlin, Department Chair for Mathematics at the college, and with me today are the other three department chairs that primarily oversee the Associate in Arts and Associate in Science degree programs, which we're here to talk all about today. So to my left,
I'm Dr. Minda Cheska. I'm the chair for the Communications Department.
I'm Christina Fieber. I'm the chair for the Natural and Physical Sciences Department.
And I'm Elaine Mawini, Department Chair for Humanities, Fine Arts, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we just want to give an overview of the two programs, and to talk more in depth about the Associate in Arts program, we have Dr. Cheska. So if you'd like to give some information.
Sure. The Associate in Arts program is a great two-year degree program. It's basically a catch-all of general education courses. If you are not sure about your major, but you are sure that you're not going to major in the sciences or in math, you probably would, take the Associate in Arts degree. It's a two-year program, and we offer classes in communications, we offer choice in sciences and math, the humanities courses, behavioral and social sciences, and again, it's a real good catch-all degree if you're not sure about your major, if you're not sure about what you want to do when you transfer to a four-year school.
Wonderful. And to discuss more in depth the Associate in Science program, we thought Professor Fieber, being the chair of the Science Department, would like to take that one away.
I will take that one. So the Associate in Science program is also a two-year program like Associate in Arts. So it's designed to be completed in 24 months. And generally, it's a program that is for students who know they're interested in math or science and who possibly would want to transfer to another university or another college to complete a bachelor's degree, and they can complete their associate's degree here. So if you're interested in a field, biology or chemistry or mathematics or pre-med, an associate's in science degree would be a great place to start, and then you could move to another institution to finish a bachelor's degree.
Absolutely. And no matter what your degree, certificate, or diploma is here that you select at Horry-Georgetown, most likely you're going to end up taking a course from one of our areas, if not from all of our areas. We are somewhat unavoidable because we do teach what the college likes to refer to as the general education courses. The Associate in Art and Associate degree programs just offers a wide variety of course offerings, as we've talked about. The transferability to university is wonderful, and even if you're a high school student, we have options here. So to talk about more, our dual credit enrollment program is Professor Mawini. It's called PACE, so Professor Mawini, if you want to talk about that.
PACE stands for Program for Accelerated College Enrollment, and it allows students who are still in high school to take courses here at the college. We also have some courses offered at the high schools, so they earn both high school and college credit, so they can get an early start on their 2- or 4-year degree. It's a wonderful opportunity for students to find out what college level courses are about. It's offered at a reasonable price to the students, so it's an affordable way to get a good start on your 4-year degree.
Absolutely. We also want to, as I mentioned before, just talk about the transferability. Here at Horry-Georgetown Tech, right across the street from us is Coastal Carolina University. So we have several articulation agreements that exist between our two institutions, along with several other universities around the country. But particularly at Coastal, we have articulation agreements that stipulate, should a student complete their Associate in Arts or Associate in Science degree programs, and then they apply to Coastal. Upon admission to Coastal, they would have their core curriculum waived completely, which is so fantastic. It's cost savings and it saves time. In addition to that, working with Coastal Carolina, we also have what we call the Bridge program. The Bridge program brings students that initially applied to CCU here to Horry-Georgetown Tech for 1 year, and should they accumulate the required amount of credits, then they would transfer over to Coastal the following fall. Again, giving them a jump start on those beginning classes. Besides that, let's go ahead and discuss the online and hybrid options that we have here. Does anybody want to take it from there and talk about what we actually offer? Professor Mawini is eager to talk about it.
Many of our classes are offered in the face-to-face format, but also in the online format. It's become a very popular format for many of our students, especially in the summertime. And then a few classes are offered in the hybrid, which is sort of a combination, if you will, of both face-to-face and the online format. So students do much of their work online, and then with an occasional meeting, sometimes once a week or once every 2 weeks, they come to campus to meet with their colleagues in a cohort and meet with their professor for more traditional class format. So it's a wonderful way for students with flexible scheduling, for students who work 1 or 2 jobs, as many of us do, to be able to get college classes as well. And we've increased our online offerings. In fact, we are working toward an online college now with a distance learning. So we do now have classes this fall for the first time that are coded distance learning, which means we reserve seats specifically for our online population.
Right, and although the Distance Learning Institute falls a little bit outside of the Associate in Arts and Associate in Science programs, Dan Hoppy is the director of that institute, so if there's anybody out there that's interested, we certainly can get you his contact information and pass your name along. I did want to mention, I don't know if I missed it, Professor Mawhinney, that one of our 2 programs can be achieved completely online.
Yes.
Did you mention that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. And that is the Associate in Arts program. Like Professor Mawhinney said, we do offer so many courses online. I think in my area alone, we offer at least 8 or 9 math courses, and they've been successful. We've been running them for at least a decade, and we've been tweaking and improving along the way.
Yes.
I know in your areas
Yes.
as well.
In English, all the general education English classes are offered online. Our speech course is actually offered online also. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but speech is offered online.
I think with sciences too, I think there's a misconception that we don't have offerings, that if you were to take science courses, you would have to come to campus, and we actually have quite a few science courses that are offered fully online now, and then a hybrid option, so you would come in a limited, what Professor Mawhinney was talking about, come in a limited amount of time and actually complete your labs too, so keep that in mind with science classes too. It's possible.
Right, that's amazing.
And I would say that 2/3 of our social science classes are offered in the online format as well as face-to-face, and 90% of our humanities and fine arts classes are offered in the online format as an option as well as face-to-face.
So in this discussion about all these course offerings that we have, you may be thinking, okay, well, if I come to Horry-Georgetown Tech, is there anywhere I can actually go for help? It can be intimidating for either a brand new college student or somebody returning to college. But here at the college, we do offer free assistance, whether that be at one of our tutoring centers, the SSTC. We have online options. We also have coaches that help students just even organize time management skills if that's something that you need.
And the bridge students, I believe, also have a cohort that they work with. They work in cohort groups, which is also an additional assistance to students in the
Right,
bridge program.
absolutely. And this upcoming fall, the bridge students,
We will be offering tutoring for the bridge students in math and in English.
right, and those sessions will be taking place at Horry-Georgetown Tech.
Some of them will be taking place at Horry-Georgetown Tech, and some of them will be taking place at on the coastal campus.
Nice.
Right.
But the instructors who are teaching the courses to the bridge students will be, for the most part, will be leading those tutoring sessions.
Absolutely, and I can speak to that as well in my area. But for some more specialized assistance, it's really, really neat because this relates to our programs. We have at both the Grand Strand and the Conway campus what we call the Math Center, where if you wanted to go there, it's just on a walk-in basis, and you will get help from one of the professors here. It is staffed solely by just math professors at the college. So a lot of students that have heard about that and get used to that, they really like to utilize that option. And I believe for English, you also
We have a writing
something
center, and we do have professional coaches also in the writing center. Several of them are our current English faculty. Others are adjunct faculty, and we do also have professional tutors. That is by appointment because our coaches do have to read the drafts. So there is a little bit of time spent reading the draft and actually conferencing with the students. So the tutoring is available on all 3 campuses, Georgetown, Grand Strand, and Conway, and it's a great safety net for students. If you cannot get to your instructor, if you cannot use, for one reason or another, you're not comfortable with the online tutoring, then you certainly can come in person and speak with a professional tutor.
Absolutely, and I think that if you went and spoke with students that have utilized these services
Yes.
in the past, they would attest to how much those centers
Absolutely.
have really helped to improve not only their self-confidence, but their grades
Yes.
in the courses. And I think part of it really is just a boost to self-confidence.
Right.
So many of you out there, you have the ability to be successful, but you just need that person to just kind of lead you along the
Absolutely.
way. And encourage you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's
So.
Who couldn't benefit from that?
I know.
Right, absolutely. I think I
lots
can
of
be the
times
coach.
it is reinforcement. It really is
Right.
reinforcement of what happens in the classroom. So it's sometimes it's just nice to have that a little bit of that repetition.
Right, absolutely, I would agree. In addition to where you can go to get help, the college offers a lot of student clubs, but one particularly in our area, which complements Associate in Science, is the SIM Club, and I believe that acronym stands for Scientists in the Making.
That is correct.
Okay,
That
so
is correct.
Professor Fever, you take that one away.
The SIM Club is actually just finishing its second year, so we've had the SIM Club for 2 years now, and Professor Whiteside and Professor Fowler actually started the SIM Club when it began. And this past year, students involved in the SIM Club have had the opportunity to actually go to learning sessions with students who've already graduated and are currently working in their field and are coming back to explain what their thoughts were about the program, what their thoughts are about their career. The SIM Club also arranged tours of different programs like Surge Tech and a few other programs this past year, and so students could actually go and tour the facility that the program is offered in and meet with the chair of that program or the director of that program and get more information. We also had trivia sessions over the last year, which are a ton of fun, that one of our librarians organizes and are just great fun. Also, community service projects. They were involved in Beach Sweep. They raised money for the emergency book fund for the college for students who are in need of book funds at the last minute to purchase textbooks. So there's a lot going on with SIM Club, and it's a great club to get involved with a lot of activity that goes on regularly throughout the year. So we encourage our students in Associate in Arts or Associate in Science to get involved just in a club that gives you some kind of community involvement, and then also gives you exposure if you are planning to complete an Associate in Science or you're going on into one of our specialized programs. It gives you kind of a good foundation for that. So it's a great club.
Yeah.
So we're going into our third year. We're excited about the third year.
Yeah, I think so too. I've heard so many good things about it. I do have some students that are in my classes that participate in that club. But I think regardless, if you're coming to Horry-Georgetown Tech, you're really going to find faculty members and staff members that care about you here. We invest in our students. We want you to do well, and there are so many activities for you to get involved with here. Like Professor Fever said, if you want to get involved in the community, even if you're not a part of the SIM Club, speak with one of your professors. So many of us do community service outside the school and can link you up to different options like that. So, was there anything anybody wanted to add?
In my department, I have 3 different faculty members who are also club advisors. So there's a number of organizations and club opportunities for students at the college.
Right, absolutely. So I think that was really a nice overall just picture of Associate in Arts and Associate in Science. I really enjoyed taking this opportunity to speak with you live on Facebook today, and I think I can speak for my 3 friends, 3 friends as well. Please feel welcome. If you do have any questions, you may contact any one of us. Our information is easily accessible on the web. Like we said, we are the department chairs for mathematics, English communications, science, and Professor Mawini has social sciences, behavioral sciences, help me out.
Humanities and fine arts.
Or they can comment on our video, right, and we can respond to any questions. So if you want to just post a comment here, we'll get back to you.
Absolutely. So, thank you so much.